Good morning, everyone. My name is Steve Hughes, and I am the instructor for Math 144. And I am here to discuss with you Topic 1, DQ1. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. First things first, you will need to enter your name. So let's enter our name in cell H2. Okay, and from now on, your name is the first thing you want to do. Just go ahead and enter it into the blue box in every case. Okay, so once we got that done, we enter our name. Next, let's take a look around. We need to enter, it says right here in the legend, it says blue is text. We just did that. Green is enter a number. All right, so let's enter a number in cell B8 and C8. Enter number, any number you like, it doesn't matter. Okay, I'm going to enter 4 and -3. You can enter anything you want. All right. Now it wants us to do the addition using A plus B. A plus B. A is in B8, B is in C8. So I'm going to use my mouse. I'm going to type equals. All equations in Excel must begin with equal. Now take your mouse and click on B8. You can see that it shows up highlighted. You can show that it shows up it's equal to 4. And now we're ready to go by hitting the addition symbol on your keyboard and then entering B, which in this case is in cell C8. And I have correctly entered the formula. I hit enter and the result is 1. Next, let's notice I entered 1. It shows up as green on gray. Okay, that means my formula was used and the value is correct. Now you have to use a formula, so do not enter 1. If you enter 1, I will ask you to redo it. It is not going to be correct. Okay. Next says format the numbers or the results as a number with 2 decimals. All right, so I'm going to format all of the data at one time. So left click your mouse, highlight, and drag down. You see my mouse is highlighting and dragging down. That's left click and drag. Now I'm going to format that as a decimal with a number with 2 decimal places. Going up here on my, right up here on my toolbar, I can add decimal places or take away as I see fit. Okay, so there's 1, there's 2 decimal places, and I've highlighted them all. I mean, I highlighted them first, and then I formatted them to 2 decimal places. Okay. Now let's just show you how easy this is. Let's undo it. Okay. So I just undid it, and there I now am with my answer again. So again, I'm going to highlight. This time, though, I'm going to right click my mouse. I'm going to select format cells, and I'm going to choose a number, and I'm going to choose 2 decimal places and OK. And it formatted that, and all of the cells are now formatted. Just to show you that, let's go ahead and try one. Let's do the last one. I'm going to do the first and the last one. I'm going to let you guys do the in between. Now, don't skip them. Don't type numbers. Use the same thing I'm doing, right? Except for different mathematical operators. I'm doing the sum and I'm doing the exponent. So I'm going to start out with equals. Then I'm going to do B8 again. Then I'm going to do Shift 6, which is the caret symbol, which is the exponent in Excel. And then I'm going to do C8. So this is 4 to the -3. Now that is going to be a decimal answer, okay? And there you see it is 0.02. All right, so I have completed the first and the last in cell F8 and F12. I want you to complete F9 through 11 using the mathematical operators subtraction, multiplication, and division. All right, once you've done that, you have completed that section. Next, also green cells in column E, we want to put in numbers. So let's enter a number. I don't care what it is, it makes no difference. -2. All right, now I'm going to be a little bit lazy and I'm going to write myself a formula. So check this out. I'm going to write equals. Then I'm going to click on the cell that I just entered and I'm going to say +1. And now when I hit enter, I have -2 plus 1, which is -1. Now I can drag this down, left click and drag down. And now I've completed all the values in that table. Okay. Now you don't have to use my numbers. Please don't. Use whatever numbers you want to. Make it fun. Change them up. Be unique. Be you. Okay? Be you. This is about you becoming empowered to use Excel. It's not about following and typing in exactly the same numbers that I do. Remember, the formulas are king. That's the king in this whole class with Excel. The formulas are the king here. The numbers don't matter. All right. Now, next, it says that we are to use the formulas equals average, equals sum, equals range. I'm sorry, equals product. And they all have the word range in the formula. Okay, now if you scroll down here in the checklist, it says the range, use the formula E average, E20 to E27. That's the range, everybody. E20 to E27. That is the range. So how do I do that? Don't type that formula in. Otherwise, so don't copy and paste that formula. It will mess your answer up. It won't show green on gray. So go up here and type equals average. You don't have to be uppercase, just type. All right. The hardest part here is typing correctly, which you can see I'm having a hard time doing. All right. Now I've typed the word average. It shows up in Excel that is a formula that's embedded in Excel. Now I want the range. I'm just going to left click and highlight cells E20 to E27. Now I'm going to close parentheses and hit enter, and I have completed that task. Okay. Now you guys are going to do exactly the same thing with the sum and the product. Remember, note to self, the range is cells E20 to E27. The range is the same for every single one of these questions. The only thing that changes is the operation itself, average, sum, and product. Now, before we're done, let's make sure we format. This one says format to 2 decimal places like 12.34. This is formatted to 1 decimal place. So click on it, take your mouse up to the toolbar and click 1 more decimal place to the left, and you've got it. I've added 1 more decimal place. The next one is 1 decimal place. Don't leave it as 0 decimal places. The third one is 3 decimal places. Okay, so be careful. All right. Make sure at this point that you save your work, save it to your computer with another name. You can actually put your last name in where it now says Hughes, right? So your last name might be Bojangle, right? So you might type in topic 1, DQ1, Bojangle, okay? Or Sandman, or whatever your last name might be. Just go ahead and type it in there, right? Change the file to make it yours uniquely. All right, now for some resources before we dip out of here. Here are some links to 365 Online. Here's a link to Office 365 download. All these resources are free with your GCU account, Microsoft Excel, and there's actually a video over here that talks about the required technology for Excel. Okay, now notice the video that I'm working on right now is what's going to be in this link. When you click on this link, you will see me working on the video with you right now. All right, everybody, that is it for topic 1, DQ1. Take care, have fun. I'll see you in the forums. Bye.